brother. Let's get this done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss. This is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Cross the boss, Mike on sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Cross the boss, Mike on sports. He call it how he see it, either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater, click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.
Been waiting on. Yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. Yo, 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 yo. Damn. Whoa! Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I'm your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big ups to that 501 and that 317. Y'all know how I get down, baby. Little Rock, Indianapolis, we back in the building. We back. And, man, I'm back with another one, right? So, Errol Spence Jr., EJ, Big Fish, whatever you want to call him. Call him whatever you want to call him. He came out on Salute to Fred over there at the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Fred over there doing his thing in the barbershop. And EJ came up and surprised everybody and called into Fred's show last night. You know what I'm saying? Called into the show and really gave a lengthy interview. He had some things to say about Terence Crawford, about Keith Thurman, about moving up to 154. Errol said a lot. You know what I'm saying? And he got to the point where he said Bob Arum treats Terence Crawford like a piece of property. Yeah. He said that Bob Arum treats Terence Crawford like a piece of property, like all owners do. And he said, but it's time to man up and be your own man. I'm not even gonna lie. I pretty much agree with everything Errol Spence had to say. I pretty much agree with everything Errol said. From top to bottom. I pretty much agree with it with everything Errol Spence had to say about Bob Arum and Terence Crawford. Y'all give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. I need to grab a tab. And it's kind of like, as a Bud fan, it makes you know what I'm saying, feel away because he ain't lying. I mean, like, goddamn, like Bob done showed you his true colors. But we're gonna play a little bit of the interview. We're gonna let y'all hear what Earl had to say. Salute to Fred, you know what I'm saying, over at the barbershop. Doing this thing every night on a nightly basis, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to Fred. Y'all go follow Barbershop Conversations Live. Barbershop Conversations Live. Go follow that page. I think he go live on that page and he upload everything else. I believe he go live on that page and he uploads everything else. So yeah, man, salute Mike, man, I'm outside yours. You still on bowling and a couple beers, bro? You forget you G been trying to call. I don't know who this nigga here is, man. This dude come in every show saying some crazy shit, but all right, it's all good. Let him live. But anyway, let's get out to what Errol Spence had to say. Let me pull up the timestamp. I got the time. Let's get out to okay, on myself. I got the timestamps. So just sit back. You know what I'm saying? We gonna play a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Then we gonna cut it off, and play a little bit, just not to get that YouTube copyright strike or whatever. But let me find the timestamps. First timestamp is 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes. All right, let's go out to Errol Spence on the Barbershop Conversations. Let's talk to him.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You said that Al got the fight done, and I think a lot of us had confidence that Al would get this fight done. But was Ugas ever really in the play? Was that in the works? And then you guys decided to go with Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah. Who was in the play? If I didn't get the Pacquiao fight, then I was gonna fight Ugas for the WA. So it was definitely, right on the side. So but I got the Pacquiao fight, so put Ugas on the back burner.
Yes, indeed.
So right there, he letting y'all know that, hey man, Ugas was a legitimate option. Ugas was a legitimate option. He was a legitimate option, and now he's on the back burner because Pacquiao came up. So we all understand that.
Now, with the WBA giving Manny Pacquiao or reinstating him as the WBA champion, you'll be having 3 titles. Is there a possibility that you and Terence...
That Manny Pacquiao being reinstated, that ain't fact yet. That's not a fact yet, but we all feel like that's the direction that it's heading. Just knowing the WBA and what they done and what they do and how they are pretty much con men. They gonna do whatever they can do to make $1. And what you want as a sanctioned body? Do you want the Ugas versus whoever, Ugas versus Errol sanction fee, or do you want the Manny Pacquiao versus Errol sanction fee? Think about that.
Terence will get a chance to fight, and then you move up after that, or what's the next play?
Oh man, I'm just doing it day by day. After I get, the belt for Pat, I didn't even know I heard, somebody told me that they reinstated them, but I didn't hear that. So it's news to me saying they reinstated them. So once I get that belt, I mean, like I told Al, I want that fight with Crawford, but if it don't happen, then I'll probably just move up or something. I'm not gonna waste my time, trying to fight somebody who they don't have any interest anymore.
Now, look, I do believe that Earl told Al after the Pacquiao fight he want the Bud fight. I do believe that. And I believe Al would do everything in his power to make that happen. Lately, man, Bob Arum has been the roadblock. Bob Arum has been the guy that for a while I was defending. I was saying, man, you can't blame Bob. You can't blame Bob. But Bob's failure to deliver for Terence Crawford, the Manny Pacquiao fight, really opened my eyes. And if 1 + 1 is 2, then over and over again, you see Oscar Lee, you see Mikey Garcia, Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Manny Pacquiao. You see all these big names leave Bob Arum and have more success after they left. So I really got to think Bob Arum is a hindrance in this thing, and I really can't wait to Bud gets a opportunity to break himself away from Bob Arum come October.
He don't want to fight me anymore or something like that. But with Manny Pacquiao didn't want to fight him for 4 or 5 years, but he still wanted to fight Pacquiao. So I don't get it. But
That is a very, very, very good point. That is a very, very, very good point, Earl. The only thing people are gonna say is, "Oh, you ain't got the name of Pacquiao." That's it. But when you break it down to what's right and what's right, Bud. I mean, y'all know I love Bud. But if you was chasing Pacquiao all this time and you ain't get to fight, and you and Earl, you don't want to fight Earl because you said Earl don't want to fight you, but damn, Pacquiao ain't want to fight you for like 4-5 years, and you still chased him down. Why not chase down Earl in the same fashion? That's all I'm saying. And I believe that Bud really do want to fight. I believe that Bud really wants to fight Errol Spence. I just think Bud goes about it, you know what I'm saying, the way Bud wants to go about it. He's not going to do or jump through hoops for people. He going to really tell y'all what it is and show y'all what it is.
You know, if I don't get that fight, I'll probably move up.
Wow, move up. Wow. So you got 2 more fights left for sure at 147.
I got probably about probably most likely 2 more fights. That's like Pacquiao. You know, you say he had WA belt, so after I take that, then you know I'm gonna go across the street and see what they're talking about. They're not talking about nothing. I'm going up to 54.
And
hey, he said he willing to cross the street after Pacquiao to see what they talking about. And after that, if they ain't talking about nothing, then they going up to 154. 154. Now I got a very interesting take about Errol Spence at 154, but I wanna wait a little bit. I want to wait a little bit to get to it.
And you actually hashtag blame Bob. Why did you say that?
We're gonna stop it right there. We're gonna get to the 11-minute 14 mark, where he has asked a very intriguing question, a question that I thought was very good. And let's just, you know what I'm saying, see what he got to say about
people think to be a diva.
Man, I don't want nothing to do with Keith Thurman.
Still with the same energy. He don't want nothing to do with Keith Thurman. He got nothing to do with Keith Thurman. It's me again. I made an upward. Watch my videos, man. Watch my videos. But one thing he did say, Bob was lying. And we seen that come to fruition. He still don't want nothing to do with Keith Thurman.
That shit straight up. That shit gone. That's been gone, man. I don't want nothing to do with that, man. You don't need to be messing with me. I mean, he's still a good fighter. He's still gonna fight, but you know that's a fight that I really had no interest in it. You know, I don't think he'll ever fight.
Do you like the fact that he's out here trying to petition? Some may say beg, or some may say advocate for a fight, because he's not on the schedule right now.
I mean, I don't pay attention to it. I mean, he can fight. Yeah, I say they stripped Uber, so he can fight Uber then.
See, that's what I want to see. I want to see Thurman. But if we're gonna get Pacquiao in Spence, we gotta get Thurman and Ugas. We gotta get Thurman and Ugas for a right to fight for the WBA belt. That's what I want. I know it may not happen, but that's what I want. Fight for the WBA regular, and the winner gets the WBA super winner. Simple as that. WBA should mandate that. Ugas Thurman, y'all get the Pacquiao Earl winner. Pacquiao Earl winner. And Earl did say there is no rematch clause. I ain't got that audio because I didn't timestamp it. I just remembered. He says there is no rematch clause in the Manny Pacquiao fight. Also, there will be vital testing. I don't know when vital testing is going to start, but he did say there will be vital testing and there is no rematch clause.
I mean, but he ain't gonna get a fight with me.
Mhm. Sean wants the rematch. Is that something that you may consider if you don't get Terence Crawford, or you just go up?
Man, I like Sean, but there's no reason to fight Sean. It's not like Sean a big ticket seller. You know, me and him gonna pack out.
That's what I be saying about Sean. But y'all say when I said about Sean facing Bud, y'all say it's wrong. But when Errol said it's like, yeah, Errol, he's not a big ticket. You ain't gotta fight Sean again. I mean, when I said it's a problem. Oh, I know what y'all gonna say, but he at least he fought him, Mike. That Bud at least fight something. I know the comebacks, man. And it is what it is, but the facts still remain the facts. This man not gonna raise Bud profile like that. He may raise it amongst the hardcores, but the casual fans not gonna care about Sean Porter. They want Earl and Bud. Let's be real.
Cowboys staying together or something like that. So, you know, I'll probably just move on. I can see if Sean got a belt or something like that, then we'll fight. But I mean, it's really the only thing good about me and Sean fighting each other is, you know, it's gonna be a great fight if I decide to fight him, you know, up close.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, you know, if I use my distance and, you know, box him, it'll be a way easier fight than the last fight. You know, I just wanted to fight him. So, you know, as you see, as soon as the bell rung, you know, I stepped to him. So,
Right.
you know, that's what just all that was about. That was just, you know, me making it, you know, the most exciting fight possible, and just, you know, we just wanted to fight Sean.
Right.
I like that. You know what I'm saying? He stepped. He did do that. You know what I'm saying? He really didn't box Sean that much. Maybe a rematch with Sean will look different. But let's get to the moment that you guys are all here for. Let's get to the moment that you guys are all here for. Let's get to the moment that you guys been waiting on. Let Fred. I'm gonna let Fred set it up, cause Fred set it up so beautifully. Like he set it up so he set it up so good. He set it up in a scenario where you just speaking casual conversation, and I'm gonna let Fred set it up. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find that for fucking timestamp. 23 right there.
Their relationship, like when you sit down with Jordan or your dad and y'all having Sunday dinner, what do you really think about Bob Arum and Terence Crawford's relationship? I'll buy a new house. He doesn't promote. Like, how do you make of those comments?
Great question. And but before I get to Earl, I just got to give Fred credit again. The way he set up that question, he set it up in a way where Fred was trying to see, like, when the camera's not around, when Earl is just Earl, and there is no big fish, big EJ, and you're talking to your mom or your dad or your brother or your siblings. Like, how do y'all really talk about Bob Arum? How do you feel about Bob Arum and Terence Crawford relationship?
I think, you know, Bob, you know, treat him like any owner does athlete. You know, basically, you know, treat him like he's property or something like that. Like,
strong words right there. Bob Arum treats Terence Crawford just like any owner treats any athlete. And what I've been seeing, I can't disagree with that. Treat him like he's property. And we all know we live out, and I ain't trying to go there, but it's there. Y'all thinking about it in the back of y'all minds, in the back of y'all head. We live in America with a nation that has a ugly history. 400 years of oppression towards a certain group of people, black people. And when Earl says that, I can't help but think about the dynamic, the white man owner and the black man athlete, kind of like the slave master and the slave. I'm not putting it in that realm. Don't get it twisted. I'm not going that far because it's not even comparison. No, slavery was a horrendous thing, but it just gets me in that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, whenever I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I can use you up and spit you out at any time.
I feel like you don't really, respect Terence like that, and he just.
I gotta stop it again because I agree with that. I mean from what Bob says and what Bob does and how Bob speaks about Terence Crawford, I don't think Bob Arum respects Terence Crawford. I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. I'm not gonna go broke promoting him. Who the fuck needs him? When you talk about a dude like that in the media, when you talk about a dude like that, that really makes me think that you have a lack of respect for that man. That you have a lack of respect for that man.
Basically trying to get any type of money you can get out of him, you're gonna get out of him. And I think, Bob probably frustrated with him, so he said some things, but I feel like they don't really have a relationship like that. And I feel like a lot of things, Terence Crawford, if somebody say something to him, he's gonna snap back at him. Mm-hmm. And I feel like with Bob, why he can't snap back at Bob when Bob was saying out, if I say something crazy, he gonna say something crazy back. Somebody say something crazy to him, he gonna say something crazy back. When Bob say something crazy, he say he didn't mean it, or Bob did, so he makes excuses for Bob. That's what I didn't respect about the situation.
I agree, man. Anytime Terence Crawford get any kind of hate or somebody types something or they write something, he snaps back at him. He snaps back at him. But when it comes to Earl, when it comes to Bob, he give Bob. It seems like he be giving Bob a pass. I don't care what Bob say. He old. I am, man. I ain't gonna speak bad about my promoter. Like, bro, he's speaking bad about you though. And this is coming from a Terence Crawford. I'm a Bud fan. Y'all know me. I'm a Bud guy. I just don't like seeing one of my favorite fighters get disrespected like that. And I don't want to say stand up for itself, but man, nip that shit in the bud. Check him on that bullshit. You feel me?
Like, you gotta man up and be your own man, and he's saying all this about you, and you ain't saying nothing. Like,
you gotta man up and be your own fucking man. True story.
You confused, but let me say something. He gonna go on the Twitter rant.
Gotcha.
That's what I didn't respect about it.
Reggie Owens asks, "What's Earl's?"
I'm with that, man. Like, yeah, man. You gotta speak up. You gotta speak out. You gotta speak up, and you gotta speak out. Man up. Be your own man. Be your own boss. Take your career in your hands. Stop letting Bob dictate and do whatever he want to do when it comes to you. I'm a nigga run. See for the picture. Man, but all right, man. Let's get on to the next timestamp. We're gonna fast forward a good chunk of the interview. I ain't gonna play the whole interview. I ain't gonna do that. If y'all want to check out the whole interview, go over to Barbershop Conversations Live. We gonna go to 45-40. 45-40. Now he's talking about at 45-40, he is talking about Wilder Fury. Wilder Fury.
We can make some happen.
Okay, how much time you got, Earl? I see you walking in your house. I hear them high ass ceilings.
I got time.
Okay, cool. We appreciate that. We just gonna keep them coming. Deontay Wilder.
That nigga Earl said, nigga, I got time today, Fred. Whatever you want to ask, Fred, I got time today.
Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury.
Man, what kind of question is it?
Oh, I know that, but I mean, but the champ want to hear you say something. I'm not sure if y'all gonna see each other before then, but you know, holler at the champ for a second.
I'm rocking with Deontay. Why would I go for a dude across the pond?
Talk
No,
that shit, Earl.
I know that, but
Talk that shit, Earl. I'm riding with Deontay. How am I ride with a nigga from across the pond? Yeah, Earl. Let's go, Wilder. Let's go, Wilder.
Talk to me, Jay. Talk to me.
Hey, you already know my love. So, but what I'm saying is like, what would you add to Deontay while he's obviously in camp with Malik Scott? You see him making videos every day. Like, if because Deontay is probably watching right now, for real. So, or someone in his team. So, like, what?
The thing I like about Deontay,
Now listen to what a professional boxer has to say about what Bud did.
showing the video, he was looking sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he throwing combinations now, he throwing combinations to the body, you know, and then he got somebody his height. So, you know, he looked like he was throwing good combinations, you know, like hooks to the body, hooks to the head, you know, 1, 2, 3s and things like that, uppercuts, you know, a lot of things that he was missing. So a lot of times he was just, you know, just a 1-2 fighter. So, you know, it'd be good to see him, you know, be able to switch things up and, you know, throw hooks and, you know, counter with an uppercut and throw different things like that, you know. But it looked like he's been, you know, training hard, you know, staying focused and, you know, getting in shape. You know, I wish him the best. You know, hope he gets, you know, the big knockout. I heard he said somebody he's going for the kill or something like that. So, you know, I was just, you know, wishing him the best. You know, Deontay, I'm always rooting for him, and especially against, you know, a guy from across the pond. You know, I don't see how other people go for, you know, not another black fighter, just another countryman. I mean,
look, man, I'm guilty of that. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna ride with Chris Eubank. He one of my favorite fighters. I'm gonna ride with Chris Eubank. He one of my favorite fighters. But I get what he's saying though. Sometimes you gotta know. But to me, countries, man, don't matter. That's just some shit motherfuckers made up when they was conquering shit out there, man. I'm riding with the nigga I like. You feel me? I'm riding with the nigga I like.
I mean, I don't get it because at the end of the day, Tyson Fury gonna go for his guys. He's not gonna go for the American fight. He's gonna go for his guys. So, you know, I feel like, you know, that should be the same way with us. But, you know, that with us is never like that.
Gotcha.
You know, Americans don't rock with Americans. You know, you got some guys who don't chat them about it. They're probably not as big as guys want to talk about it, but I definitely see. You know, I see she tired.
Don, walk him down. Salute, champ. DB, I'll get you the DB.
3 months, put my fathers on it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
What are your thoughts on this highly touted prospect, Jerome Boots Ennis? And what do you think the best move for him at 147 is?
Oh, Jerome, yeah, he can fight, man. He's sharp as hell. He's sharp. I like him. Sharp, flashy. You know, got charisma. You know, he can fight. You said what was my you said what about him?
I said, yeah, what do you think the best move for him to fight Keith, Bud, Ugas?
Oh, good question.
Oh, fight anybody gonna give him an opportunity. I mean, especially at this stage in his career, you know, basically, you know, fight anybody that's gonna give you an opportunity. And, you know, whoever got, you know, the best name to fight. You know, a lot of guys right now, they're not lined up to fight him.
Yeah, ain't nobody lined up to fight Jerome Ennis. Ain't nobody lined up to do that. But I want to get to something real quick that he said about Mayweather Paul. Mayweather Paul, give me 1 second, 53-15. Let me see, Mayweather Paul, right there.
Like, you know, she can do it. I'm rooting for her.
What do you, since we're taking MMA, what do you make of Sunday's fight? Or Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul.
Floyd doing another money grab. Shit. He's doing a money grab. I mean, dude. I mean,
Floyd. I mean, if y'all watch, that's why I ain't go live earlier today because they had so much Floyd shit going. I knew I wasn't gonna get the viewers that I wanted, so I just waited. You know, I waited till all the Floyd shit had died down, all the live press conference and all that shit died down. Then I came on like around 6 o'clock. So yeah, man. Floyd told everybody, man. And if y'all didn't watch Floyd interview with Showtime when we sat down with those dudes from Monday Morning Comeback, go watch that. Floyd checked that dude. Floyd checked that dude. He was like, man, I would, because the dude tried to set it up like I was one of the dudes in the past who wrote bad things about you and wrote about who you didn't fight and now I gotta eat my words. Floyd said, hold on. You wrote bad shit about me? About who should I fought then? He said Margarito. He said a cheetah? Somebody who had loaded gloves? You want me to fight a cheetah? Man, Floyd eat to that nigga today on that damn Showtime little press conference thing. He eat to that dude. He eat to that boy. I'm talking about. He said, who next? Who next? You know what I'm saying, man? Floyd went in on that, man. I'm telling y'all. Floyd, hey, go watch that. It's worth to watch. Trust me. It's worth to watch. But yeah, man, Floyd, we all know what Floyd doing this weekend. We all know what Floyd, 8 rounds, and he already got $30 million pocket. We all know what he's doing this weekend. Logan Paul, I think you a good influencer. You do your thing, boy. But man, you fucking with a motherfucking, you fucking with some fire. Don't get in there and get fucked up, man. Like Floyd really did that shit. And he probably still really do that shit. Compared to you, you better shit out, man. You may want to be on your back foot for about 10 rounds. 8 rounds, however long it lasts. Don't engage too much. You're going to get fucked up.
It is what it is. Like Logan Paul, but I mean, I think Floyd's going to beat him up. You just probably stop him. Logan Paul probably get tired, winded, things like that. So as Floyd, you doing what he always do, man. Putting his ski mask on. Robbing y'all.
Do you ever have any thoughts like, should I have put more pressure on Floyd to fight or been more boisterous, or you just let the cards fall where they may?
I just let the cards fall where they may. I mean, I knew that wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
No. Floyd wasn't gonna never fight Errol Spence Jr., especially now, man. Errol was too hungry, too dangerous.
Floyd gonna do what Floyd want to do.
Gotcha.
He gonna fight who he want to fight when he want to fight, and things like that. So you can pressure Floyd, but just like in the ring, you know how to get his way out.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Prince of Power, would it be drug testing? Vada. Big Chop says, Earl, tell Fred to know about Canelo. Have you and Canelo ever spoken or emailed or anything like that?
Nah, I never spoken to Canelo.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe.
When you saw the 73,000 people, what were your thoughts?
Man, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
and should fighters boycott?
It really depends on the fight. Fighting enough. Easy wrong.
Talking about moving up
and things like that. I put my fighters on their card.
Yeah.
Huh? You should ask me what was the second question.
Oh, you answered it already. You answered that one.
Crab people be waiting on the
And the flip side. And the flip side of the question is there anybody in the sport of boxing that you absolutely admire?
My don't care for is, I mean, shit, you already said the key.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it ain't even, it's just how he is. He just cornball to me.
That nigga do not like what Keith do to Earl? Calling me a cornball? He all the damn Keith must hurt his feelings or something.
He is cornball, man. It's just, you ever run to just one guy, just like, man, he corny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And he really just believes his own shit.
Could you?
I just can't stand him.
And outside of Al Heyman, is there anyone else you admire? You could top. I know there's quite a few, but if you.
Let me see what we got.
You said what was my? You said what about him? Oh, I mean, Sean. It depends on it depends on box him, and you know what I'm saying, and don't stand there and get out the way, and you know, basically beat him like, you know, John Molina, or you know, or post off, fight him like he did post off. You know, I got Terence Crawford with.
Game recognized game, man. Bud, he already know, man. If Bud box on Sean, man, ain't no way Sean could beat Bud. That's why he was like, he ain't really want to say it, but he had to say it. Like, bro, yeah, man. That nigga, like, everybody know, man. Bud can box his ass off. That one thing, you know, you can say he ain't falling about it, but them skills is elite. Skill set is elite. You know what I'm saying? And Earl recognized that. That's why he went with motherfucking Terence Crawford.
With Terence Crawford, you know, try to, you know, fight him, and, you know, basically get the dog fight with him. I got Sean Porter. And I don't know, you know, how well Jaren, you know, take a shot, but, you know, if it's in territory where what do you learn? And it's something that, you know.
I'm never gonna hear that. You hear what Earl say?
So absolutely, man. This is good. But I still feel like I could beat Danny Garcia.
I just feel like, you know, he takes me to
people think to be a diva.
Man, I don't Bob, because, you know, he's the guy orchestrating it all, and it didn't happen in their favor. You know, if you make some good money in boxing, you know, it's a blessing, because any type of money you can get out of him, you're gonna get out of him. And you know, with me and Blue, we hit our core hard in my lower body, and do the best I can, and get in the best shape I can, but as strong as I can, so you know, we can knock out Manny Pacquiao, you know, send him off into retirement.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some super chats.
All right, man. That's what I like to hear right there, man. That's what I like to hear. I just want to look, man. I'm gonna go ahead and this is what I'm gonna do today, right? We're gonna do something different today. We ain't gonna take no phone calls. What we gonna do is because y'all know I'm a big time Bud fan. So any question you want to ask me, anything you want to ask me, I'm allow you to come on the show. I'm gonna allow you to come on the show. Cause I mean, in certain things that Earl said, I just can't disagree with. I just can't disagree with. He is definitely right when he says Bob Arum treats Terence Crawford like a piece of property. He's absolutely right. Absolutely right. I can't defend that. It's indefensible. He's right. That's how Bud. That's how Bob looks at Terence Crawford as a piece of property. But look, man, if you want to join the show, yeah, he ain't chasing Bud or Canelo. He said, man, I mean, and look, I respect that. If you on your own journey, then you on your own journey. You got to navigate how you gonna navigate. But yeah, man, the phone lines are open. Well, not phone lines, but the StreamYard link is open. StreamYard link is open, man. If you want to come on and give me your take about what's going on. If not, then I'm gonna get on down, man. I thought shit with that title, I was gonna have more Errol fans coming and laughing and shit and like parading on my parade or whatever. But y'all niggas ain't showing up. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? I'm here for it. Oh, here we go. M Stacks. Here we go. Oh, my bad. I missed it straight. Yo, M Stacks, talk to me. What's going on, bro? M Stacks. You gotta talk to the mic, dog. M Stacks going once. M Stacks going twice. Yo. M Stacks. You ain't gonna say nothing? Are you on mute? Is your volume working? What got going on? Unmute. Talk to me now. Unmute. If you unmute, I know you can hear me. If you unmute, I know you can hear me. All right, man. I don't know what's going on, M Stacks. You one of the cool ones. M Stacks about it. I don't know what happened, man. He came on and ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing. You know what's going on with that. But yeah, man. If not, man, we're gonna get on down, man. We're gonna get on down and we're gonna get to the next one, man. Salute everybody out there in the chat. Thank y'all for supporting Mike on Sports. I really do appreciate it. Smash that thumbs up button on your way in, on your way out. It don't matter, man. As long as you smash that thumbs up button. Big ups to everybody. Errol Spence, man. Definitely right, man. I can't even say he was wrong. Bro. What he said about Terence Crawford and Bob Arum. IG. Oh, my nigga.
What's poppin', King?
What's going on, Fred? Man?
You know I fuck with you in the middle of the day. You know.
I'm watching you last night, and I'm like, Fred, damn, nigga, you don't know that's Errol? From the moment he spoke, I'm like, damn, is that Errol? That's Errol. But, man, shout out to Errol for coming out to your show, bro, and doing you an hour and a half interview. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Man.
That's crazy, man. That's why we build our platform so our fighters can feel comfortable and forget about time and love their fan base, you know. And you over here doing a fantastic job in the middle of the day, you know what I mean?
Talk to me about what he said about Terence Crawford being Bob Arum's property.
It's something that I've been saying for 3 years. And I've told Terence Crawford that this day was coming. I told Bomac that this day was coming years ago. When he fought Hank Lundy, I said, you got to get out of your deal. And everybody on YouTube said I was hating on the black man. And I know when you get to the money phase of your deal with Bob Arum, he's gonna start pulling on you. He's gonna start pulling. He's not gonna push you forward and put wind beneath your wings. And I knew that day was coming. And I was thinking, how can I get this message to Terence Crawford? So I said, be a straight nigga with him. You know what I mean? Because that's the energy that he gives off, right? So I said, I'm gonna just be a straight nigga with him. Talk straight to him. Don't be, I don't have to be kind with my words. I don't need metaphors or similes or, you know, and I did that and he created some level of resistance towards me, which is fine. That's his life. And I just wish he had listened to me 3 years ago. Bomac would have listened to me 3 years ago. Bomac saw me as a hater, but now they'll realize that time was I was helping them, and I delivered my message based off of my perceived personality of them.
And honestly, man, like it really hit me when I seen the Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. I'm like, he came on your show. We got a big announcement within a week.
Yeah,
it's going. I can't say nothing. This shit is real. It's real big, Fred. It's real big. I can't say anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then nothing for a month, and then we see Al Heyman come. Al Heyman ain't spoken. You ain't heard about Errol and Manny. Right. Whispers about it. come out like that is done August 21st.
Right.
Like I gotta look at Bob like he not delivering. And what he's saying in the media, there is no way in the world come October that you have anything to discuss with him. There is no discussion. It's like, all right, man, I'm about to take my talents to wherever else and see what I can do for him, because apparently when it comes to big fights, you ain't willing to spend the money, or you just can't get it done.
Right. You can't blame Bob, because when you go to Taco Bell, you know you're ordering tacos. When you go to Pizza Hut, you know you're ordering pizzas. And when you're dealing with Bob, he's not going to go into his wallet to support what you believe is what you deserve. And he's going to base it off of pay-per-views and network money. He's always been that way. He's not changing. He's 88, 89 years old. So I really can't look at Bob. You know, I have a long-standing relationship with Bob, about 10 years now. And the reason why me and Bob get along so well now, because we've cursed each other out the first 5 years of our relationship, you know. And so we have so we understand each other. It's like two guys going to rob a bank. Who's going to go to the safety? Who's going to go to the box, and who's going to go get the cash? You know what I mean? And so so that's where we're at with it. And it's
just
all, go ahead.
Going to that Taco Bell reference, like as a kid, like you didn't know Taco Bell was known, saying like, and because you were naive. And I'm not saying Bud was a kid, but he was naive in the boxing game. You know? So I think it's blame to go around on both sides. I'm not going to single out one person, but when it comes to making deals, like that's what Bob Arum does. He's the guy that is the final say so on who Bud, well, not the final say so, but he has to sign off on what Bud does. And when he didn't get Manny Pacquiao and Al Heyman did, I mean, what's the glaring difference? Both are fighters.
Right.
Those not difference. It's the man in the middle. The man in the middle is the difference. And he got Wilder his third fight with arbitration. Bob Arum out here saying, "Oh, this is not going to happen, man. There's no, it's not going to happen, man. They want money. No, they want to fight." So with Al Heyman doing all that, man, you got to look at the man in the middle. What's the difference? And it's Bob Arum.
Right. Yeah. And the reason why Bob Arum didn't want the third fight, because he's the father of the bride. He got to pay for the wedding. So that's why he didn't want the third fight between Fury and Wilder. He's up for the bill. And
but
you also got to understand too, Terence Crawford or team, was it B&B Boxing? Is that what that's called? B&B Boxing should have understood that once Top Rank gets you all on payroll, he can feed you or starve you. And I think that's the problem that they ran into. And I told them over the years, what the play was. Bomac took the announcing job. He accepted all the dates. He got all his fighters signed under one banner. And now they're stuck, you know, and the man that feeds the entire flock is basically without employment. You know, he has no harvest. And I place it on Bomac. He's the manager, right? So whatever deals that they get into, all the blame, 100% of the blame goes on Bomac, no matter how you feel about Bob Arum. Bob Arum, and by no means am I taking sides. I'm just telling you how I've seen a man operate over the 11 years, you know, and how he operates his business is how everyone operates their business as it relates to, you know, you buy low, you sell high, you know, and Terence Crawford was a cheap commodity. As you see, he doesn't get too many esteemed amateurs, like blistering esteemed amateurs, and takes them to their retirement. It's pretty consistent, right? And Terence Crawford has gotten to the Errol Spence phase, and they should have knew that in the contract. They should have knew that when they were up for negotiation. And I told them, and Bomac called me a flat out hater. I'm a hater. The whole team said I was against black people, and it's blowing up in their face now. He doesn't have a date. He's every day we go, he's 90 days away from fighting. So if he goes tomorrow, he's 90 days away. He's 90 days away. And
Right.
He had
vacation, so he damn sure ain't fighting no time. So he
yeah.
over there in Dubai somewhere.
Yeah, he's in Dubai, but I didn't see him with his family. So that leads me to believe that he's trying to work on something out there, right? It wasn't no friends, because usually he's never alone, right? And so just think about this. Think about this. NBA free agency. If LeBron is living in Los Angeles or Cleveland, all the teams are waiting at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to knock on the door. Terence Crawford had to fly to Dubai. That's an insult. You understand that man had to get on a plane for 23 hours and go to Dubai. And so there's some glitches in their system. And he's gonna have to iron them out. He got a great, I mean, he lives a great fighter's lifestyle. So he's gonna be able to extend his career beyond the normalcies of a normal fighter. But he's gonna have to get in the ring. But who's going to pay him $4 million when everybody that's worth $4 million, and that's where it gets tricky, is on the other side of the street? Exactly. They ain't gonna be able to create no one from the UK right now, because Bud needs fights tomorrow. There's no more grooming with Bud. You know, he wants to get into a pay-per-view situation and make $10 million. That's what he's in search of. He's
at the point where it's about getting money. Like,
yeah,
you get all the building your resume and building your brand and building your accomplishments. Now it's about getting money and making sure the cure for your second life.
Right.
But I'm gonna ask you, man, based on what you heard last night from Errol Spence, do you think we'll ever get a Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight? Yeah,
I genuinely believe that because there's too much money there. And when the men and women in suits believe that they can make money off our talents without blood, sweat, and tears, they're going to do it. And the fight is kind of flat right now. But if Errol Spence wins in impressive fashion, it ignites the Terence Crawford conversation. But it's gonna be well slanted towards Errol now, because I know you love. I get all my Bomac information from you, so he
know what I want to act.
Yeah. Yeah. He responds to my text with jokes and shit. You know what I mean? He's like, "Fuck you, Fred." You know. But shout out to his family. I know he's had a rough first half of the year. I definitely want to send my condolences to the Bomac family. Absolutely. And BNB Boxing. So outside of boxing, we're still humans. But I
just try to tell people, like, it's just sports. Like,
sure.
Everybody live a normal everyday life just like you, but it's just like their talents are on display for our entertainment, and we get to critique them at times. You know what I'm saying? They may like it, they might not like it. One thing that came across last night, though, I believe it was the DB who asked him about which belt he would want to move up to 154 for, right? And he seemed to me, and this is just my opinion, not to give a damn who had the belt.
He don't care.
He didn't know if Jamel was going to move it at the same time, because you asked him that.
Yeah.
I don't know what Jamel going to do. So I mean, and and another thing that always sticks with me now, what does Derrick James always say? Back in the day, man, when fighters was around, they said, man, if you really love me,
you will fight me.
You will fight me. Do you think that we'll ever get I don't know how that would go, because Derrick James trains both of them, but Derrick James got to pick sides?
I genuinely think we can, because I really believe Jamel Charlo is a career 154 guy. I don't think he's a 160 guy at all. Like, I think God blessed him with a frame that can cut weight and be great. You know, he's just a freak of nature. I'm sorry.
God blessed him with a work ethic.
He's just a freak of nature.
Every day. Riding that bike, he does it every day, man. Jamel is one of the guys that lives a boxing lifestyle. Yeah, that's why he could outlast Tony Harrison, even though to me he was getting outboxed in both fights.
He was.
But he can outlast him and get him when they get down to the championship rounds.
Right. So I think he'll be a career 154 guy, and I can realistically see a conversation happening. And like, Earl is not going up to 154 for a fight. Like I said, you're going up for a belt. It's not like you're the unified undefeated champion at 47. The networks want to see belts, so they won't even pay for a fight without a belt. So they'll work something out where he'll get stripped, and they'll silently pay Jamel to get rid of a belt.
How big would a Jamel Charlo, Errol Spence, undisputed 154 fight? That shit will be in Dallas.
The biggest thing in the sport. It's the biggest. It will be the biggest fight in the sport of boxing.
Man, boy, them niggas gonna do some numbers.
It would be the biggest. It would be the biggest fight in boxing, and actually, the fans deserve it. I mean, I know they have relationship, but I'm talking about if the fans deserve the best versus the best, right? I'm respecting their relationship. I'm not speaking outside their relationship. I'm speaking in terms of me, the consumer. Yes, if I'm going to pay my $500 for my plane ticket, $150 a night for a hotel, $350 for my hotel for my ticket to the fight, I want the best versus the best. And the same thing that Tio wants is the same thing that Errol Spence wants. He wants to be unified and undisputed in every division that he touches. So I think it's a huge fight. It's a huge fight, and can it happen? Sure, it can happen. Yeah, money. See, you guys got to understand what money is. You understand what I'm saying? This is prize fighting. So I understand the fans are like, he won't do this, he won't do that. Shit. If the networks get behind this fight and they got those experts that say, well, this fight can do so much, they gonna fight. They gonna fight. You know, and that's just the reality of it. You know, is it likely? Not likely, but it can happen. I definitely can see it happen.
I want to ask you about Deontay Wilder. He was on
yeah
IG that I believe yesterday. Pretty much doubled down on everything he said, which
yeah.
I love. You know what I'm saying? Don't apologize for shit, man. Like if you feel,
love
everybody else I say, but you feel how you feel, and I appreciate you and Malik because one thing about I've been to camps and shit. One thing about Malik, it seems Deontay Wilder responds better to Malik just off the videos that I've seen.
Right.
So that I've seen with Breeley, you know what I'm saying? So going into this fight, man, can Wilder get it done? I believe he can, but
yes,
a lot of people
yes, he can get it done. And I'm gonna say Tyson Fury is a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm going into this like he's the best fighter in the world. You know, you got to train like Tyson Fury is the best fighter in the world. You got to have the mindset like you will see the best version of Tyson Fury. I'm not going there with the mindset, well, the gloves look funny. He did A through Z. All that's well received as documentation for some of the things. But I'm training like he's the best. That way, when I go into the ring, I beat the living shit out of him. You know, and I have no doubt that Wilder's gonna get it done. I looked at the structure of his face. Mm-hmm. He looks, you know how my face is all round and shit because I'm not training like them. Yeah, you know, a little puffy and shit, but you see the structure, you know, and the depth, and you know that he is busting his tail, and the fact that he spent $100,000 in his backyard, you know what I'm saying? You know,
basketball court, like,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and folks be like, man, why he's not going to a gym? Like, but do a gym matter when you got that?
Yeah, fact.
Like, you ain't got to be around people who may have COVID, who may touch the weight, or you don't know what people, because you know what I'm saying. Right now, people are all hypersensitive to this COVID shit. So
right.
If you're a boxer, that you can't have no weak immune system going to a fight. So I respect.
Right. Yeah, I believe he can get it done. He's gonna get it done. You know, and those are the affirmations that I'm speaking from now until 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, July 24th.
Who do you think he's bringing in to help out Malik? Because he did say on he was going to bring somebody else in. He said, yeah, but you got somebody else coming. So
I believe it's going to be a big heavyweight.
Okay.
Be a big old heavyweight. So you can think of
Lewis.
Like Larry Holmes, Lennox Lewis, George Foreman, It has to be a big heavyweight. It's not going to be no little guy. It has to be a big heavyweight that's done it. So I can say those three. Out of those three, I think one of them will be working with him.
Last thing I got for you, Fred.
Yeah, what's up?
How many times Floyd gonna rob the bank before we stop being entertained by it?
I think we need to stop worrying about Floyd, man, because Floyd is disrespectful. Floyd is gonna say, "I robbed the bank," and then mush it in our faces. You know, he's not gonna share it with us. You know, and what I mean by share, he's not gonna invest in the sport of boxing. He's just gonna take. And it was glorious when it was Floyd versus everyone in boxing.
Mhm.
Like, we felt really good supporting him. But now that he doesn't know that he's disrespectful in a way. You know what I mean, towards working class people like you and I, Mike. You know what I mean? You know, he doesn't respect the man that has dirty fingernails. And and I think the men with dirty fingernails need to say, you know what? Well, if you're elite, every time you talk about an $18 million watch. You're not talking about investing in the sport of boxing as it pertains. You haven't humanized yourself. Errol Spence is the third highest paid fighter in the sport of boxing, right? Or you got Deontay, Canelo. I don't know where they're at, but obviously Canelo's in the lead because he fought more times. To just say, hey, Fred is doing a good job. Let me call him up right now. You understand? Floyd would never do that, you know. And it's and the storylines are tiresome. You know, haha, I got all these cars. Like, I watched the thing. Like, Floyd, you're a grandfather. How about we talk about you playing one-on-one with your son in the backyard now? How many times are you gonna show us all those Rolls Royces, you know? And I'm just tired of the same song. You know what I mean? It's like making love to your woman in missionary for 15 years. You know, I'm tired of it. You know, I need the remix. Tell him to call Diddy. I need a remix, you know?
Yeah,
So,
man, Floyd is gonna be Floyd though, man. But as long as he can keep finding guys like, I mean, because you know he's gonna be Logan and Jake Paul, he gonna continue to, I guess, get the public money, man.
yeah, and he ain't giving us the money.
It's not even like it's because the hardcore fan, like it's such a small percentage when it comes to those kind of pay-per-view buys, because they draw international appeal just based off who they are.
Right.
It's not like it's taken away from us necessarily, but it takes away from what the casual fan thinks about boxing.
Mm-hmm.
They may think it's a sideshow where you got Chad Johnson or you got Frank Mir or you got Oscar De La Hoya finna come back and fight, or Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. Respected all of them. I mean, get your money, but at the end of the day, man, it be some good ass, man. Showtime just had a card with Sabril Matias, Nonito Donaire, and Gary Antoine Russell that was electric.
I heard it was. I was in Vegas. I heard it was special.
That man, I'm telling you, that damn card, Fred.
I know. I wish I would have started.
These dudes were putting down beatings on their opponents.
I can't wait till it goes on Showtime on YouTube because I haven't seen it yet.
I'm just like, we ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of unfair, but it is what it is, man. It ain't about what you can do. It's about who you are, and who you are can get you money more time than not.
Yeah, it's. I wish they had a combined Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view, because how much money is he gonna take from Tank? How many pay-per-views is he gonna take from Tank? Like, I know you're not paying for 2 pay-per-views in 1 month.
I ain't seen him talk about taking not one time.
Yeah, why? Yeah, and why isn't Tank training in Miami this week? I mean, let's call it a buck. Yeah. Did you see the press? Did you see the press that's there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why ain't Tank with you?
Tank needs to be in camp in Miami this week. I mean, for real. I don't get it, and it's just it's sad, but they used Floyd to leverage the demise of Triller, because they were fighting June 5th and Floyd was fighting June 6th. and then they end up signing Jake Paul. So you knew that the leverage, they wanted to bump them off so they can have negotiation power over Jake Paul. So if you can bump them off their date, that means you have more power. And that's what they went into the Jake Paul negotiations. And they signed Jake Paul to a multi-fight deal.
Yeah.
No fighter on PBC has a multi-fight deal. And I'm looking at that. And obviously if you sign a Showtime like that, I would believe Al Heyman has his fingertips on that as well.
Absolutely.
So they know what they're in this. It's ratings and making money. It's not that if ping pong became more popular, it would be more ping pong. Like you understand what I'm saying? So it's the wild, wild west in boxing. And that's the beauty of it, that you and I can put our money together and get a fighter.
Yeah.
You know, and then next thing you know, a year and a half, we're on Showtime.
Exactly.
You know, so that's the beauty of it. And the bad thing about it is that people can do what they want as well. So
yeah, man, we see that a lot of boxing, man, especially with the WBA.
Right? Shout out to Ness. I thought Ness did a hell of a job with that interview. I thought he should have kept on pressing them. Man, you ain't got to interview that person again. You ain't if they don't come back, they lack character. You understand?
That Mendoza? That is Mendoza. I'm like, man, he's about to get this nigga.
Yeah, he did a good job, but he let up. He let up, and he still did a great job. I thought that was the interview. I think that may be the interview of the summer so far, the spring so far. You get what I'm saying? 78 with Deontay Wilder. You probably can throw my Errol Spence interview in there, and Mendoza.
Nigga, Errol ain't spoke to nobody.
Yeah,
Errol ain't spoke to nobody.
Yeah,
he called into the show.
Yeah,
watching you, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I appreciate that.
I know who this is.
Yeah, they all watching us, man. They all watching us, man.
Do you know who this is? I'm like, damn, Fred. You can't hear that man voice. Like,
you got to keep in mind too. That's the third hour of the show. I'm in autopilot.
Yeah, true.
I'm producing the show, reading comments, make sure I get every super chat. So by the third hour, I'm like, because I recognize the area code. Oh, this is Texas. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just and that was it. So. And then he was, and the funny thing is, I'm talking about him, and it was just, you know, it was great timing, and I think it shows a great humility that a man who's worth more than me, has more esteem, is more popular than me, he can push buttons and either make me bigger or make me smaller, and he chose to make me bigger, and I appreciate that, and that's why I always advocate that these fighters go to our platforms. The reason why ESPN is big, because professional athletes go to them. It ain't because Stephen A. Smith is better than you, Mike. You know, you're far more consistent than him. You're here every goddamn day. You understand what I'm saying? And without a battery in your back. So and that's why I go to you for Bomac. You know, you go to 78 for Wilder, and the list goes on and on and on. So I hope that we're getting better at it.
When you gonna get back, nigga? I know he ain't.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah. Bob went on vacation. He went on a media vacation for 2 weeks. I called him Sunday, and I usually call him every Sunday. Like not every Sunday, but the Sundays that I want to interview him. So once a month on Sunday, I'll call him. And he said he's taking a break, but he and I have.
The fight was announced. Like people had the opportunity to ask him because I believe it was announced before the Josh Taylor fight.
Who was that?
Pacquiao and Errol.
It was after that, right? It was the Thursday. No, it was that week. Yeah. It was that Friday. It was the Friday before the fight Saturday.
Yo,
so they had him dead red. So they had him dead red that Saturday night.
I'm like, nobody going on. Nobody want to ask me about Pacquiao and Errol. Like,
yeah, maybe somebody has it. I don't know. Maybe somebody has it. I don't know. But yeah, we're back in business, man. Isn't it fun? You see Ness on the road.
Yeah.
See everyone else on the road doing interviews, and we can.
My guy from Fire Ron G out there.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I'm glad boxing is back, man, and
I'm glad sports back. Period, man.
Yeah. It's
NBA playoffs been fire this year, man.
Yeah, we got a big night tonight, man. We got a big night tonight.
Do we ever, man?
Yeah.
Better bring his ass back tonight, bro.
Yeah, LeBron gonna have to go back to Boston when he dunked on
KG.
Terry or something or somebody. He dunked on somebody. He got the dude tried to take the charge. What's his name? The little guard.
Oh, you talking about Nah, that one Jason. Was that Jason Terry?
No, that was Jason Terry in Boston, but there was another one, the
Damian
little guard. Yeah,
Jones.
not Damon Jones, but we're in that ballpark.
What the little nigga name, man?
Brown brother with a beard, with a he looked like P Diddy a little bit. He looked like Puff Daddy a little bit.
It don't even matter, man. They got dunked on, man.
Yeah, he got dunked on. He tried to take a charge, man. What was he thinking about, man? He don't know that's that man who wrote the Bible. That's King James coming down the court.
We gotta figure out a way to stop Devin Booker and make sure that DeAndre Ayton don't have 20 and 15 or 18 and 15 like that.
Yeah, facts, man. It's man, it's gonna be fun.
Only happiness that I got tonight, if we lose, is nigga, I'm pulling for the Mavericks so hard.
Oh yeah, because you don't want the clip. You a Laker fan?
Yeah, man, Kobe.
Yeah, oh yeah, I love Kobe.
I played basketball in high school and college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Kobe and Mike.
Yeah,
it's the only my game was after Kobe and Mike, bro. I ain't trying to do none of all the other shit now. Y'all can be passes and that shit. I'm gonna put the ball in the hole.
Yeah,
I did a college. In my freshman year, we had to do a oral presentation, like a persuasive argument. I was trying to persuade people to believe that Kobe was better than Mike, even though I didn't believe it. It was I felt like it could be a good argument, guys. It was coming off the heels of Kobe scoring that 81 points in a game.
And how'd it go?
But Fred, man, yeah, man, me and my girl probably about to go get something to eat. You know?
Oh, y'all are okay. Well, man, y'all go ahead and go get something to eat, man, because I remember that show before you went on vacation. Give it that. I was busting up. You dropped this. Oh no, you said drop this D on it. I remember that shit.
To the bathroom, man.
Hey, man, you know it's all love, man. I'm glad you black healthy, man. And yeah, you know we love you in these boxing streets, man. Shout out to your chat, man. I see my main man Jay Cooley in here. I love y'all, man. I'm always tuned in the middle of the day, you know, getting my hands dirty, doing drains and shit. Between you and Blue Blood and shit and everybody else, I be going back and forth to help out y'all algorithms and stuff. So thank you, man. Truly appreciate you.
No, man, fuck with you, bro. Thank you, man.
All the time, man.
I appreciate it, bro. I really, you can't understand, like, bro. I appreciate you and what you're doing, seeking the truth about Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I be glued to that shit. Every time you post me, every time you have like one of those guys on, I'm glued to it, man, because I think people don't understand like the power that people have over other people to make them do things.
Right.
You know? And Malcolm was just one of those guys. Like it hurts to know that somebody that looked like me killed Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that kills me. That really
it's heart-wrenching. I still cry today over it. You know, I'm getting emotional now because it's sickening to know that a man that has power over a group of men and he's advocating for the death of a man that absolutely was wrong, and he was telling the truth about that man, and that man obviously being Elijah Muhammad. And but it's just sad that the truth changes with his truth. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's just awful. And I'm shooting a film June 21st. It's called 9 Wives. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a short film. It's gonna be 5 to 7 minutes, and it's just one scene, and it's gonna be very powerful. The Nation of Islam will be pretty upset. We'll come on. We'll play it on your film. You know, we'll play it here and then talk about it and stuff like that. You know, I'll probably tour it through the YouTube channels, and I don't care how they feel.
Yeah, I really do appreciate it, man. Because folks, you got to be held accountable for what you said.
Yeah, you got to be accountable, man, and that's the hard part. You understand what I'm saying? It's just I can't grasp how the narrative changes. Like how like small example. Give you a small example. The Nation of Islam says we can't be dependent upon the government, right? We are a nation. We are self-serving and self-sufficient. Okay, deal. So why do the Nation of Islam get close to $400,000 a year from the government? Like, it baffles me. Like, and guess what they get paid to do? Feel free to Google it, guys. They get paid to go in the prisons and teach Islam. So they are a part of the prison industrial complex. Like, it's asinine when you think about this. How you see the string. Oh,
why is the government paying somebody to go teach Islam though?
Because it dociles them and they have control over the Nation of Islam. You understand? So the Nation of Islam will not reach outside of themselves. You understand? They want the $400,000 and just to levy it higher. Look how Farrakhan did Khalid Muhammad, and then a year later, he's having a 1 million man march on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. Make it make sense, right? How do you go and speak out? How do you suspend a man that's saying everything you stand for? It don't make sense. And I'm gonna.
You're trying to silence their voice, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, and tell the truth. And these lies is the reason why Malcolm X was murdered and allowed the government to infiltrate it and make them choose sides, empower the devil. And that's I'll send you the article so you can have, just in case you want to share with your team. That way you can speak in truth. But it's just disgusting, because the more I know, the more I learn, the more I realize that it's man-made and it's not a religion. They have great components to it, like in terms of life lessons, like being a life coach. You understand, like how to eat to live, you know, stuff like that, and eat once a day, and no drinking, no smoking. Those are great things. But when the man that's in charge goes around having, I'm not even gonna accuse him of being under 18. I'm just gonna say having sex with multiple women, having unprotected sex with multiple women simultaneously, and creating kids. And then you say you must protect the black man and the black woman. It doesn't add up to me. And then you tell the woman in front, because they have their own court back then, you tell her she's a prostitute and you kick her out the Nation of Islam. I don't understand that. And that's the mother of your child. And he called her an adulterer, knowing he was the one that was the adulterer. Like, and then when you tell the truth, they say I'm hating. No, I'm making you understand that this, I'm not going to call it a cult because I don't want to create resistance, that this group over here is killing people who are authentic and telling the truth. You understand? And Malcolm X was that guy. And he wasn't perfect, but he had spiritually elevated beyond the Nation of Islam, because the Nation of Islam was a bunch of crooks. Herbert Muhammad was stealing money. Man, I have at least five accounts of Herbert Muhammad stealing from Muhammad Ali and taking it back. They call it taking it back to Chicago. Chicago is the headquarters where Elijah Muhammad lives. So when they say call Chicago, that means call the headquarters, you know.
That's where Farrakhan live now.
Yeah, I feel like Farrakhan live now. And so everything I say is 100% true. They can't dispute it. They'll just say, oh, that's his private life. But he is God to you, or he is the messenger of God. So I don't understand how you have to be this way, but he doesn't. You know, he can have a private jet, live in a mansion. You know, in 1974, he brought a private jet, lived in a mansion, although he died in 75. But you have to sell newspapers, bean pies, or at that time they had steak and takes, you know. But it's just mean. And this is a life's work. Sometimes I get mad at myself because I chase pussy too much in my 20s. And if I can grab myself in my younger years, or if I can grab people that are listening, chase the truth. Chase the truth, man.
Everybody got though. Everybody
Yeah.
like, if you want chasing pussy in your 20s, you might not be afraid who you was.
Yeah, but they died off. See, I had them. You get what I'm saying? Like the primary people, that's what I'm thinking. There's only a handful of primary people alive now, right? But when I graduated from college in 2000, they were all alive. Many of them were still alive, so I could have got to them. Yeah. You understand? And but that's some of the regrets that I had, man. And but
and that's life, though. I'm sure Malcolm.
It is life. It is life. It is life.
Had regrets when he was Malcolm Little. You know what I'm saying? He was a pimp. You know.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
But that makes you those lessons make you like. If I ain't go through what I went through, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. You know?
Right.
It's always the bad side, but it's always the bright side too. It's always how you want to look at it. But man, we gonna get out here to ES Acuni right quick. Bro, I got a leak. She look at me like, man,
all right, I'm gone. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming. Acuni is your name, King?
No. That's ES Acuni.
Oh, what's up, ES Acuni? I've seen you before. What's up, man? How you feel, man? Pleasure to meet you. Thank you. And thank you for having me on, man.
No problem, man. I'm gonna probably call in tonight, man.
Yeah, why not? Why not? It's always a celebration in the shop.
With that Charlo's talking about black, though, man. What?
Man, Charlo, man, do you want to have another hour-long conversation? Or do you want to go to dinner, nigga?
I know,
right? Don't put me on my Drake and get me charged up, man. You know what I mean?
All right, Fred.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Appreciate y'all in the chat too.
No problem.
All right.
What's going on? Yes, man. Talk to your boy.
Man, after all that, I don't even want to talk about boxing no more. That the conversation went way deeper than that. I'm like, shit.
I mean, that's y'all know how we get down over here, man. Whatever.
Yeah, so now I'm like, man, I don't even all the things I'm thinking about, that's not even important compared to what y'all was just talking about. But yeah, actually I wanted to see, now that y'all mentioned it, what did you think about what Jermell said? When Jermell was like, when he came on Wilder Live.
Yeah.
Did you do a video on that?
No, I didn't, but Fred did. I just thought it was irresponsible, man. And like, I think every athlete may have a time or a point in their career, maybe not every, but a good percentage of it, where their success can make them kind of delusional or less sensitive to what's going on in everyday life, because they're not living around everyday people. Jermell Charlo got a plenty of land, not around the urban areas in Houston, so he's not really seeing the struggle every day of the everyday working man or everyday black man. So maybe he feels like where he at now, race didn't play a part. You know what I'm saying? But we all know he did. We all know that he should be a way bigger star than what he is. If he was Mexican, I tell you right now, if Jermell was a man, shit, they be out here saying Jermell is the best thing. Goddamn me, next to motherfucking Chavez Senior. I'm telling you, man. But since he's black and he may be a little bit confrontational, he may be a little bit boisterous. You know what I'm saying? And he may just be an asshole sometimes. But it is what it is. But so. I just think that once you get to a point where you get a lot of praise and you're not really around everyday people and everyday life, you may begin to think that the world is not so bad after all.
Right. I just another example of what you're talking about. I kind of seen how Virgil Ortiz, like obviously he's talented, but like how quickly money has gotten behind him, like how fast it was. If you compare that to, I mean, maybe Jaron Ennis is getting there now, but you know, like if you Virgil Ortiz is already going to be like headlining shows very easily, doing great because people quickly, you know, he quickly is doing good numbers. It's kind of like a starter pack. You know, if you're a Mexican and you're talented, that starter pack is just a little bit better than if you're black. And even between Mexicans, there's difference between that and if you're white and talented. But obviously, we don't got to go there. But yeah, I mean, I listening to the to Earl's interview, I just feel like I don't know what your thoughts on Pacquiao getting the belt back. But if he does get the belt back, I mean, that just makes everything. I feel bad for Ugas, but it makes everything happen quicker. Like, I just feel like if Pacquiao gets the belt back, no matter who wins between Spence and Pac, they're gonna try and fight Crawford after that.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I mean, I don't see Pac winning, but if he won, I definitely see his crazy ass going to fight Crawford after that.
Or he might run off to sunset. Yeah, I don't need
I thought he was gonna do that with Thurman though. I didn't think he was gonna fight. So shit, I don't know if if when Crawford's deal's coming up soon, so I don't know, but
October.
I think, did they say it's official that Pac is gonna have his belt back? Or
I mean, no, WBA insinuated, and Sean Gibbons came out and said they put Manny Pacquiao in recess. Well, goddamn it, recess is over. We want that belt back. You know what I'm saying? So they went through the proper channels to petition to be reinstated as champion. So we're gonna see how all that shit plays out, though, man.
okay.
WBA messy. But Acuna, man, let me go ahead and get on down.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the time you spend, the content, and I'll definitely check in later.
No problem, man. No problem.
All right.
My guy is Acuna, man. We got a super chat coming in from, speaking of ES Acuna on super chat, man. He ain't saying nothing, just showing some love. Also, we got Dual Grams. He says, can't lie, seem like Edward and Al, the only promoters that don't treat athletes like property. All right, man, good point. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Eddie ain't. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe Eddie is, maybe Eddie not. We got one coming in from LB Slugger. If I'm a Bud fan, but EJ was spitting nothing but facts, Bud got to get away from Bob and do his own thing. Salute. Yes, sir. I agree. You got to get away from Bob Arum, man. Bob, he just got to a point where Bob just simply can't afford his services no more. I mean, it's business. It's business. Bob ain't willing to put the money out there because he don't feel like he can get a return in his investment. We got Derek Lincoln says great collaboration with Mike and Fred. I believe so too, man, because my guy Fred. He said Fred come to Omaha sometime during his birthday through the weekend. They throw a whole culture theme for Malcolm right in the yard of his museum. Okay, I fuck with that, man. Big ups to Omaha for doing that, man. I like that. I like seeing shit like that, man. It's really important though, really. That Malcolm X just get what's due to him, man. That's love and respect, dog. It's kind of hard out here, man, for guys, man. I just love what Fred is doing over there, man. When it's just talking about uncovering the truth and things like that. But I gotta go, y'all. Till next time, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how I get down, and y'all know what I'm about. With that being said, yo, Mike, drop that beat on. Yes, sir.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell it. Mark Nash, Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga, my brother. Let's get this shit done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list over Kellerman and Bayless.